of unconditional surrender of all German land, sea, and air forces in Europe,
of landing a man on the moon and returning him safely to the Earth. No single space project in this period will be more impressive to mankind.
From Dallas, Texas, the flash, apparently official, President Kennedy died at 1 p.m. Central Standard Time.
Now we can see a new world coming into view. A world in which there is the very real prospect of a new world order.
There is a large fire at the Pentagon. The Pentagon has been evacuated. And there, as you can see, perhaps the second tower, the front tower, the top portion of which is collapsing.
Look, I would never support anything I thought was wrong out of some blind loyalty to the US.
To allow Saddam to use the weapons he has, or to get the weapons he wants, would be an act of gross irresponsibility, and we should not and we must not countenance it.
I am quite sure. I think most people are.
Developing a national strategy to implement Agenda 21.
In Britain, in France, Italy, Greece, Australia.
COP26, the Global UN Climate Summit, is still underway in Glasgow this morning.
Let's talk about the powerful people in politics that were friends of Jeffrey Epstein, including former President Bill Clinton.
The protests were against a proposed new law that would give police extra powers to further curb protests.
The great constitutional showdown in Congress had to be suspended.
There's footage and records of objects in the skies that we don't know exactly what they are. We can't explain. We can't explain. We can't explain. We can't explain.
The rabbit hole reloaded.
Pesky rabbits!
The bottom of this hole. Fine. Fucking.
Huh? What the? Huh?
Unlock another deep rabbit mystery, making whole over keys, Mother Nature metaphysically. Grand design or Big Bang, even the singularity is a conspiracy. Stars align, Neanderthal man, seasoned familiarity breeds ignorantly. This ain't a parody, it's a drama starring you and me. Out of Africa, Caucasian abracadabra, demi-pilot flyer makes a double as he licks the hymen. The seed sows the island, monatomic gold miners, violence, space bubbles and flat horizons. Nazi stapler, operating paper clips, sealing shatterers, oscillating in a wasteful bliss. We're slaughterhouse cattle, harvested crop for big pharma, products for the pig market, mice to the snake charmer. Military tech, space lasers and weather anomalies. The sun has a belly on, it's daylight robbery. Heaven's not earth, I think we're living in hell. Because every time I fell, I met the devil himself. You can still be in a prison, even barring a cell. So everything that's written was barred in a cell. Oh, I ran from contradiction, my weapon's greatest vision. See new clear, no mushroom ear, clued up mission. Richmond Island, all inclusive for a Minotaur, Alita Express. Don't you want to know what Clinton saw? Seeding air like we're rating the heavens. Silver iodide lines the sky, plants clouds up high. We grow fluff, acid rain fills up a whole cup. The oxygen poison is oxidizing both lungs. Gulovich an alien, but I know Roswell. 51 areas, Salem song tales. The heart radiates, mistakes chems for contrails. The glass hook smashed by a dusty long nail. Stocks change on a rumor, gold spent on a computer. Superb owl heads the cycle, 360 hooter. Mass suppression, repetition over innovation. Bank balance demonstration yields decoration. Inverted symbolism, evil ritualism. Working for some villains in this slave-like existence. This pen is Elmer Fudd, and the gun is explosive. I took another shot at the bunny, and now the rabbit's reloaded. I scale holy walls with my parkour. Import ghosts from harbord. I set sail for starboard. Shark teeth sharp. String together my ramen. Move cute oozle. Erect noodle brain soup. Food for your Fruit Loop. All around boxed in this blue cube. Denialism delusional. The facts futile. The mute boot. Silent kicks. Children travel lewd shoots. Succumb to a crude group. Full of whitey. Why the fuck we spew cute? Royal atom bomb. Duke nuke. Lucky Legamorph. Death to legends. You know the lies can make a fable true. Cling to myths. Faint breath mentioned. Evil's the penchant. So my pen chants against order. Rebelling normal semblance. Dark monikers overshadow a shiny emblem. This mic is my talisman. It holds my remembrance. Let me take you through the rabbit hole. We're standing at the entrance. Every swing is forgotten with each sway of the pendulum. Heaven's not earth, I think we're living in hell. Because every time I fell, I met the devil himself. You can still be in a prison, even barring a cell. So everything that's written was barred in a cell. Inverted symbolism, evil ritualism, working for some villains in this slave-like existence. This pen is Elmer Fudd, and the gun is explosive. I took another shot at the bunny, and now the rabbit's reloaded. The rabbit hole, reloaded.
Yo, yeah, man-made. Man's made a lot of shit. You know, man keeps making mistakes. Man made a mockery of man. And I suppose in the end, man will be the death of man.
Man made religion to manipulate his kind through God. The mark of the beast is hidden in the sign of the cross. Nails in the wrist, stigmata here, whales in the mist. Males manufacturing from Mother Nature's bits. Every prayer offered is an offer that capitulates and lost. Yield to the boss, fear to a cost. Fear. Man made money to cover the cost in a bunk bed of cash underneath sheets with debt on top. Man destroyed his habitat due to a habitual greed. We must be hemophiliacs because our habits to bleed. Any resource dry, regardless of the seed. Man squeezed the earth and looked surprised when it wheezed. Heed the words I plead. Man made a book and deceived. Laid power over knowledge, devil's decree. Man made a G on the streets, gave him a pistol. He hit a Crip's wig and that's the only time he split a seed. It's all fake, all of plastic, man-made. It's all hate, fascist, man-made. It's all baked, habits, man-made. It's all great, nothing's damage, man-made. Why lie? These states are man-made. Why lie? The place is man-made. Why lie? The gates are man-made. Why lie? This case is man-made. Man-made democracy to hide his dictatorship. To you he's a freedom fighter, to another he's a terrorist. The common denominator is man-made weaponry. Man blessed the bodies buried in the cemetery. Man-made, man weaponized. It was man-made lying. Check the cheaters through a leopard's eyes. Man-made time. Man-made the dates on a calendar. Man-made space. Man-made up the rapture. Man-made dams, but we still don't give a damn. Man-made bridges, but we can't fill in our gaps. Man-made supremacist institution to cover his tracks. But during 7 days, man was made black. Man made an animal skin to live a wild life. Man made cities and blinded you with the bright lights. Man made structure without adequate foundation. The core of the apple was grown over backs of slavemen. It's all fake, all of plastic, man-made. It's all hate, fascist, man-made. It's all baked, habits, man-made. It's all great, nothing's damage, man-made. Why lie? These states are man-made. Why lie? The place is man-made. Why lie? The gates are man-made. Why lie? This case is man-made. Man was given life, man fooled us with the after. A thought of the light that made man darker. Man made a small step, great leap for our saga. But a basement in Hollywood's the closest that we got to Martians. Another man made from what a man made. Errors in their judgment, man's made mistakes. The great sex debate, these pronouns insane. Now who would have thought that man would have made the change? Man made viruses and infected the sheeple. Blamed it on monkeys and indigenous peoples. Man made paper planes, money and boxes. Man made crack got us chopping down the rainforest. No solutions, no for man-made problems. Man made pollution, man is obnoxious. Man makes choices and wastes many options. Man made illusions out of magic forgotten.
Thanks to our military and our allies and the brave fighters of Afghanistan, the Taliban regime is coming to an end.
Taliban forces entered the heart of the Afghan capital, Kabul, today, the culmination of a rapid advance and retaking of control almost exactly 2 decades after they were ousted from power.
Yo, return of the Taliban, back for a summer. I've just been laughing. They must have had the jabs, double the dose. Now they're ready for arming. The future is back, the past flips, the regular targets. Oil slick, gun barrels, closed borders, opium farming. These are just war games, foreplay. tombstones, more names, do it for more gain. We're all played, more prey. Same python that struck Saigon. Fuck Bush, fuck Blair. Same repeating like Simon. Fuck Boris, fuck Biden. Negotiating with terrorists, the same hypocrites that spawned ISIS. Let's add a K, special delivery, fresh patsy for their agenda. They're from Iraq, they're from Afghanistan. Islamic State, bomb the offenders. Stars, stripes and Jack's parade. The Union strikes and mines away. Joy riding, Black Hawks gather round for an uprising. Punch Judy, look behind you, pantomime in a stark climate. They got some names now, shredding some papers, abandoning embassies. Expendable flesh, political fodder, last supper left for the enemies. Bin Laden, valley rats, ticking parcels, towers flat. 11th Mars, power nap. Afghanistan, Iraq, Hussein, I'm Saddam. Replay the soundtrack. Airplanes, clouds black, smoke screen, sounds mad. Bin Laden, valley rats, ticking parcels, towers flat. 11th Mars, power nap. Afghanistan, Iraq, Hussein, I'm Saddam. Replay the soundtrack. Airplanes, clouds black, smoke screen, sounds mad. Propagation of a silicon victory for a departing Kabul. As the Taliban infantry slowly march on Kabul, they live resourceful. When you run out of drugs, you get withdrawals. Picked dry by a cult of hate. Hail Mary, runaway planes. Announcement is all it would take. Why the fuck didn't they wait? Evacuate first, you wouldn't have to negotiate your own escape. Anniversaries, the great pretense, the framed adversaries. The evil descends, devours the lens the camera captures perfectly. Mesopotamian heaven, uranium weapon, the devil September 11th. Megalomania errands, it's necromania, yeah, we're fucking the dead. Forgetting the blessed, towers toppled, now we're laying to rest. Bring down a structure and blame the event on everyone but your Arabian friends. Missile cruise to Pentagon, ghost crew, the plane was gone. Nothing lucky about 7 across the pond. Buildings dropped from demo bombs. Gold was stolen, files were lost, they said it fell, it still hadn't dropped. No prior knowledge of any attack, by the end of the day we were told who it was. Bin Laden, valley rats, ticking parcels, towers flat. 11th Mars, power nap. Afghanistan, Iraq, Hussein, I'm Saddam. Replay the soundtrack. Airplanes, clouds black, smoke screen, sounds mad. Bin Laden, valley rats, ticking parcels, towers flat. 11th Mars, power nap. Afghanistan, Iraq, Hussein, I'm Saddam. Replay the soundtrack. Airplanes, clouds black, smoke screen, sounds mad. The dust still hasn't settled, the Big Apple's core still chokes on the metal. A fetus grew where twins were leveled, ground zero's bloom was buried forever. Shell of its former self, floors fell, maybe their offspring brought down with firm might. Insurance will tell, the payout was costly. Smoke filled, jump out, skydiving, no parachute. Free fall, 10 seconds, there's an exit if you're a Jew. Nazis and Zionists, cut beams and wire mesh, fried brains and bits of flesh, concrete to dust, pancake effect. Gold bullion, Silverstein, Larry pulled it, melted green. Get a coupon, no receipts, new bills to control the sheep. Chopped heads, crispy feet, collateral damage for the industry. Institutional villainy, no theory, just a conspiracy. There weren't no Muslims, more Third Reich. 6 months, burnt bright, jet fuel went up on that first flight. That petrol tank would have burnt dry. Quick fade to black for a nosedive. News frame, believe your own eyes. 2 layers make a show fly. A second later it would have flown by. Bin Laden, valley rats, ticking parcels, towers flat. 11th Mars, power nap. Afghanistan, Iraq, Hussein, I'm Saddam. Replay the soundtrack. Airplanes, clouds black, smoke screen, sounds mad. Bin Laden, valley rats, ticking parcels, towers flat. 11th Mars, power nap. Afghanistan, Iraq, Hussein, I'm Saddam. Replay the soundtrack. Airplanes, clouds black, smoke screen, sounds mad. Remember them weapons of mass destruction, cause I remember corruption. The fake war on terrorism that spawned new terror prisons. Imperial invasion, state Zionism, mobilized the jihad vision. Hell-bent on a God-driven revenge mission. Stains on Tony's hands, no forgetting the dates in his diary. R.I.P. Dr. Kelly, and fuck the Hutton Inquiry. Waterboards at bay, locked down in Guantanamo prison. Cover a face, paint new villains for a new generation of children. The great corrupt military-industrial complex, tyranny complex. Generals knew the after effects of leaving the complex. This was a 20-year event, another Western conquest. False flag wars won't end. Every act is prepped for a new threat. Gagging to press release a new thread over the air. Migrating some refugees, a sour point for the xenophobes. Cultural antipathy, no achievements, only certificates of bereavements. The series of terror and treason is ready to start a new season. Bin Laden, valley rats, ticking parcels, towers flat. 11th Mars, power nap. Afghanistan, Iraq, Hussein, I'm Saddam. Replay the soundtrack. Airplanes, clouds black, smoke screen, sounds mad.
Afghans and foreign nationals have been trying to get on planes at Kabul airport, where international troops have been involved in evacuations. But security there is reported to be fragile.
Yeah, the fuel that powers inequality, democracy, the hypocrisy. Real democracies don't exist. These are anti-democracies, overrun by banking cartels. It's the capital that really decides all of the policies, conspiring with bankers through their government lobbies. Authoritarian Aryans, the great liberators, great overthrower of mighty dictators. Exiled to Argentina, they may have killed Hitler, denounced fascism, secretly harboring the swastika. Anti-democracy, bureaucratic, colluding with devils that bank immunity to capitalism. We're collateral damage. We will be raped, pillaged and savaged. Wait, we've been raped, pillaged and savaged. Hate. The demagogue appeals to the easily manipulated. You will pin your hopes and dreams on what was stipulated. A lack of rationale and logic, swap for cunning and estimating. It doesn't add up, but it's completely calculated. Your desires on the table, you'll probably never get it. No fair weight on these playing fields if you're rough around the edges. They say that it's your dreams that you should be chasing. That's why they keep us dreaming, so it's only time we're wasting. The hypocrisy of democracy, no security and sovereignty. Statutes take liberties. Justice is ambiguous, unless it's poverty, but you can bank on robbery. Capitalism controls our economy. The hypocrisy of democracy, no security and sovereignty. Statutes take liberties. Justice is ambiguous, unless it's poverty, but you can bank on robbery. Capitalism controls our economy. Our vote means nothing. We surrender to office, multiple choices resulting in another broken promise. Liberty's an illusion. When people starve for profit, save the planet, take a jet plane to COP26. Economy is measured on the fruits of the rich, grown off the backs of slaves, labored off whips. How the fuck can we wax lyrics on fair trade? Stolen coffee beans swirling round your sugar cane. Promise of democracy, the people shall rule. Ignore the hypocrisy, that's just a promise to a fool. The children are the future, so let's shut down a school. We must protect our children, so let's blow up your school. Fascists and fascism, a passion of Christ, hides the devilish eyes, overseeing the lies. Overruled by the rulers, always flexing new rules, but anytime they fucking choose, they start bending the truth. The hypocrisy of democracy, no security and sovereignty. Statutes take liberties. Justice is ambiguous, unless it's poverty, but you can bank on robbery. Capitalism controls our economy. The hypocrisy of democracy, no security and sovereignty. Statutes take liberties. Justice is ambiguous, unless it's poverty, but you can bank on robbery. Capitalism controls our economy. Give you a voice, but hate an activist. Fire up the anarchy, load the bullets and shoot down an anarchist. Advocate peace, but kill the world in the name of it. Vilify a country's leadership, but rule with an iron fist. Plastic policies, slapstick comedy, violent authorities, xenophobic philosophy. Nothing's accepted unless it's Eurocentric autonomy. And he who does not follow is fundamentally fundamentalist. The power's the beast, stole the power from you and me. We hold the majority, 1% is just a minority. It's not democracy, it's dictatorship. With so many candidates, we're not sure who the dictator is. It's plastic greenery, totalitarian bureaucracy. Cutting red tape doesn't buck up the economy. And you can keep preaching world peace if you please, but it means nothing to no one if you keep killing everybody. The Greek meaning of hypocrite means feigning, disassembling, or acting out. And our governments have been lying, cheating, and pretending to break us down. Remember, democracy is hypocrisy. Democracy is hypocrisy. The rabbit hole, reloaded.
Over the decades, I've gone deeper and deeper and deeper in the rabbit hole. And the deeper you go, the simpler it gets.
Yeah, bunny style, mic check, the pain. It's the rabbit hole reloaded. Yeah, let's get it. Matrix rebooting, enter the virus, decrypt exotic ciphers, roll to paradise, double sixes flying high, rocket pilots, sky surfers, word searchers, cross swords, curse verbs, alphabet burglars. I draw curtains, rehearse verse, research the herd surplus, reserve the right to beat murder. I throw curlers at lost hurlers without purpose. I speak certain, defeat burdens, traverse the street circus, wreak havoc, vicious circles. The malicious rabbit will never retreat. The turtle take gold then bleed purple. I'm on the track, the mean hurdle, jump the stack, coming lean, running scene. Just me on a green furlong, never seen but indeed heard of. Got it locked, chuck away the key, release the skeleton, free murder. Massacre Mike, Bitches get the hot pipe, slaughtering the burner. Brain bursters, blank canvas, the same verses, the same whack rappers. Lack talent, the pain surgeon operates on a higher plane. Drop a body off the firmament. Eat Satan, deface faith and rain churches. I preach pagans, offend face, then sway turnips. Clear perspex, unique text on mic check. The snake urges, mad waste, the fake splurges. Devil lingers longer than lurches. Revel in the circuits, loop-de-loop and submerges. Drown out the cries, float perfect. Double drops, pains, EE. I provide a service, rap ecstasy, enter beneath epidermis. Different definitions of impetuous. I preach firmest, goals visible, my quest earnest. Sheep want flash furnishings, I want the earth refurbished. Brand new circuits and looking fully furnished. Put us back up on the market like a remortgage service. War hogs incite hate, no speech is learned. There'd be no bad eggs if we didn't infect our spermus. From the darkness, the shadow world is emerging. If heaven's on earth, then with hell it converges. Peacemakers deceive players, the mean merges, the game's made, and we serve NPCs for the cheapest purchase. Meek hermits, street urchins that need permits, obscene persons, pristine virgins with clean curtains, esteemed searchers that seek feats like geeks web surfing. Make you look again, never dreams, just researching. Nightmares, the evil sermon, the same fire that keeps burning. Demon pyres, the beast yearning. Lunar brightens and shifts of shape, cylinder turns as I'm reaching for that higher learning. Sunburn from pains, purge the blaze flames, insane page. Star rise to sweet chirping, content contains phoenix ashes from a green furnace. Determined service, keep the medals, we need nurture. Born murdered, storm surgeon, limited terming. No time to waste, camo fatigues, full burden. Life's what you make within the parameters of sheep herders.
Because higher up the rabbit hole, everything's moving. Organisations, people, networks, and then you go a bit lower, and you move into the wider perspective of it all. What's behind all this manipulation? What's behind? Even more, what is this place?
Watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. The watchers were angels sent to protect, who turned to torment in fornication. Look, I've brought my own watchers to save women and men, using nothing but words, music, and pen.
I come with the best of bars, A-class like Escobar's. In charge when I bless the mic, though I spit with a heavy heart. Encased in Kevlar, can't try contend with my repertoire. Savage arts flows off the charts, construct a bar from broken parts. To one continuous loop if the beat's just right. Bring forth one's in a star. Supernova, blow the track apart. Questions you won't have to ask when a track gets wrecked in session. Blessed with a touch of class. Bullshit I'll have to pass. No mumbling round here, it's only the best of bars. A-class like Escobar's, as described at the start of this track. On this bar, compete, now don't be daft, make me laugh. You're ill-equipped to try take on the task. You can't test my smarts, feel free to test the water, won't get far. Get drowned with shallow depth, I need not impart. Don't spit to fit bills, the shit I flip's real. So step aside, accept my bars and come to terms with the fact that you ain't that hard.
Yo, dark trail, walk careful as the past met. Saw Jesus in a goat skin where the bark led. Lucifer disguised, telling tales up on Baphomet. I peeped the pearly gates and realised the arch red. The watchers marked death, another long blade as the arms race. Strong pens are missiles, hit the target as the heart plays. Choppers ain't the melody of life for these dark days. Extracting all the poison, seeping from the large gaze.
I'm with the storyteller standing at the precipice, freshly ejecting spits, revel in my sentences. My sentiments is mixed with the passions of penmanship. Reactions lit, medicine mics like a flame as the ice came to give life to the game ignite. Fight for my space, rep the celestial, extraterrestrial, set on a pedestal, bereft to breath. Shit stands, sometimes it gets real hard to express. Elegant rhymes, my question is, it's not to be a nuisance. If a passion depend, would you drop your 2 cents? If not, kick rocks and cut coupons. Cosmic, my tech 1, 2, is this thing even on? Has volume out there, my precious peons don't mind me. I'm in the anti-chamber speaking lively to the sparrows, scattering homonyms like a bow is the arrow. Scarecrows, clearly aware though, the preparations that come with being fully prepared though. The preparations that come with being fully prepared though. Prepared though.
Yo, dark trail, walk careful as the past met. Saw Jesus in a goat skin where the bark led. Lucifer disguised, telling tales up on Baphomet. I peeped the pearly gates and realised the arch red. The watchers marked death, another long blade as the arms race. Strong pens are missiles, hit the target as the heart plays. Choppers ain't the melody of life for these dark days. Extracting all the poison, seeping from the large gaze.
Born on asbestos, the festus, affects us, connects us with the same shade of grey you picture a Lexus. Now I'm sat down here serenading Alexa with a best of. Take your best off and let your chest puff. Poof, then your pecs pop. Oh no, that's a Mac, bruv. A gigolo with gigabytes, smiling like a dynamite, hoping to bestow the light. Dark world of Dolomite. Hold the mic, show my rights. Motorbikes with no headlights. The device is on the right. Mumblers marching on the rise. Humla, what a night. I see you lusting, honey. Wanna go grab a bite? I see you custom for me. Wanna take a pic, go right? Fish or pie, breast or thigh, fuck 'em high. Where's my guy? My more tie, black and white, go tonight. Where's my Chevy? Rose and gold, broken old for the mold. Till I'm paid for this fucking song. I'ma just puff on the bone. Tell them that there's nothing wrong. Only cause the story's long.
Yo, dark trail, walk careful as the past met. Saw Jesus in a goat skin where the bark led. Lucifer disguised, telling tales up on Baphomet. I peeped the pearly gates and realized the arch red. The watchers marked death. Another long blade as the arms race. Strong pens are missiles. Hit the target as the heart plays. Choppers ain't the melody of life for these dark days. Extracting all the poison, seeping from the large gaze.
I don't wanna die, but the poison is my remedy. So really when I die, I will open up the galaxy. The UNT and I will be flying high, I'm feeling me. Told me I will fry, I'm like fuck it, salt and pepper me. I look up in the sky, is that really where I wanna be? This suck could be alive, feeding me shit that I never see. Telling me I should believe the preachers and the hypocrites. So how the fuck you teaching me?
How the fuck you teaching anybody?
Healing is the light, that's my flicker, that's my cup of tea. I wake up in the night, push the button on my coffee bean. Religion is a lie, not believing what you're telling me.
Hey.
What you're telling me?
Hey.
What you're telling me? There could be a God, but religion is a fallacy. I used to say, hey yo, I used to say.
What you say?
Ignorance is bliss, but that was in my younger day. The world has gone to shit, always been like that, just seen it, man.
Yo, dark trail, walk careful as the past met. Saw Jesus in a goat skin where the bark led. Lucifer disguised, telling tales up on Baphomet. I peeped the pearly gates and realized the arch red. The watchers marked death. Another long blade as the arms race. Strong pens are missiles. Hit the target as the heart plays. Choppers ain't the melody of life for these dark days. Extracting all the poison, seeping from the large gaze.
Ik had deze periode, ik kun ineens nog komen zonder een QR-code. Zoveel wat te verboden, moet nog geloven. Lijkt eens met 3 spuiten wordt volgespoten. Voor ik in maak en buiten rondlopen. Het is oorlog, fuck dat, we leven in een dictatuur. Het was kostelijk, maar nu wordt het best duur. Ik moet ervan kotsen en daarna smaakt het zuur. Wat willen ze nog? We zitten op slot. Komt een mens voor zichzelf op, dan slaat er wel een flik op los. We proberen niet te verdrinken, maar ze proberen ons te verdrinken. Je moet niet protesteren, je mening niet zeggen, laat het zitten. Ze willen niet communiceren, ze laten ons liggen. Rotta, los het zelf op, ze verkosten. Het stapelt maar op, ze vallen de kop, het maakt je zot. Wanneer we verlost van het kwade, we gedragen ons als schapen, wolven die op ons jagen. Als ons niet gedragen, wordt de kop ingeslagen, onze aarde naar de vaantjes. Ik kan het niet meer verdragen, we zijn allemaal aan het verdwalen.
Yo, dark trail, walk careful as the past met. Saw Jesus in a goat skin where the bark led. Lucifer disguised, telling tales up on Baphomet. I peeped the pearly gates and realized the arch red. The watchers marked death. Another long blade as the arms race. Strong pens are missiles. Hit the target as the heart plays. Choppers ain't the melody of life for these dark days. Extracting all the poison, seeping from the large gaze. Non-believers are unconscious, best believe I make them conscious. White boy fly, I'm the pilot but my name's not Pontius. Catch me at the obelisk, standing at the totem with the cross, just trying to summon monsters from some lost books. Burning sage and an ox hoof, reading from my codex, preaching wisdom of the construct, scripture of the ancients. Spit some truth and rock the pages as I construct spells that paint the ages. Show a portrait as horizon changes. Landscaping, float across the water, pain is aquaplaning. Astrally projecting, dreaming crazy times may be changing. Still simulating, void of any saving. Pour some water on the rabies, store some poison where the lake's green. Toxic warehouse where your forklifts, the swine told you how the pork is. Flower ride for your orchard, watch your apple swallow it. Bones and sore ribs, subclinical chlorine. Wash down with your breakfast and your coffee every morning. Watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away. Yeah, we're watching as we wasting away.
So, let's talk about the album. If the predecessor is anything to go by, it's deep stuff.
Yeah, well, you could say that.
The Rabbit Hole Reloaded. Is it really digestible?
I'd say so. It's written to be understood to a new traveller while being layered with other deeper meaning and words that the already awoken will relate to. So however deep in the so-called real world you are, you'll have an understanding and also learn from if the listener decides if he or she should research further.
So the listener can choose to go deeper into the hole.
Yeah, because we're individuals and we have our own brains that make decisions on how we see things. You have to want to wake up. We all know what the great Morpheus said about showing doors.
I totally agree. So the Rabbit Hole Reloaded is a multi-level project written on multi-levels about our world, which is multi-level.
Exactly.
As we head further into the project, is there anything you'd like to say to the listener?
You know, just keep an open mind. A lot of the things spoke about are not so far away or impossible. They're happening now, in the present, and when you put all the elements together and create the picture, the future becomes very uncertain. And very few of the futuristic outcomes are in the normal man or woman's favour.
Well, let's get back to the matter at hand.
Now, we've been led into a society where all creative potential is being removed from the human condition, where you're simply not going to be allowed to think anything that the government doesn't want you to think. So therefore, you're not going to be able to create anything the government doesn't want you to create.
Jump aboard the censorship, lighthouse blackouts, trying to censor shit. Set sail from birth, a new set of censored lips. Growing up around senseless censorship. No sense in what's up for censoring. I'm sensing pretend stories for weak brainstorming. Bullshit makes money, so I cut dollars if the censoring. Wake up, we sense poorly. They say you only see what your eyes show you, and we only watch what we're all told to. Suicide your own thoughts, escapism from true reality. Overdose on entertainment, the switch made sensitive. Mummy made men, now she wears the same dress as him. Catch feelings if I chuck up what I sick, but it's cool to change sex and then smack a bitch. Get your facts right when you fact check. Fuck a fact checker, they wanna fact check. The government lied, they haven't been flagged yet. They're missing context, where's the flags then? Aryan trend. Fuck Zuckerberg, another supremacist. Mark is a beast, internet terrorist. False flag events, aid the suppression. In the name of security, you'll adhere to the measures. The irony, when we're talking suppression, they covered up your face and you can't ask questions. The more we're asked, the more we ignore the question. The more you ask, the more you're ignored and questioned. Infowars, change the station. Stop the spread of disinformation. Tell the truth, it's stop disinformation. Laugh at the proof, you just disinformation. Great suppression, supremacist suppressors. Fit the silencer, technology's a weapon. Tunneling vision, channeling tethers. The fakest ever, you know it's all aesthetic. Underneath is hollow as sleepy, the headless snoring. Ignoring apocalypse warning. A cup of fiction, in your brain they're pouring. Mug of facts, and you drips ignoring. Great suppression, supremacist suppressors. Fit the silencer, technology's a weapon. Tunneling vision, channeling tethers. The fakest ever, you know it's all aesthetic. Underneath is hollow as sleepy, the headless snoring. Ignoring apocalypse warning. A cup of fiction, in your brain they're pouring. Mug of facts, and you drips ignoring. Surf information highway, what was an ocean, it's now algorithmic aquarium. Water down your think tank, think analyst at a Cambridge. Busy waving down a red flag, the great suppression, it's time to shut us up. You got blindsided cause you put your shutters up. Your mind's been winded, washed by a hub. The wave band's broader, turn off the plug. Clandestine networks, deceitful web. My spider senses detect the threat. Each strand that connects flags up the red. The weak minds wrap up whatever gets said. The green's a goblin like a high bitch giving head. Best be on standby for the great reset. You'll be hated for your right to speak. The system hates your freedom of speech. Observation, monopolization, gentrification, privatization. They want us out the city into a controlled reservation. Square heads with no innovation. Only recycled regurgitations. Everyone's sick in their bulimic nation. Like an anorexic, skin and bones you're made in. Getting prepped for the change with the modifications. Them Freemasons don't want you creating. They stole Mother Nature, the greatest creation. If you're common as muck, it's grave to a layman. R.I.P. and lay down on the pavement. The more we connect, the more we lose connection. Ahead at full steam, trying to search the engine. Everything's a hoax, there are no conspiracies. It's all just theories, oh stop pretending. The great suppression, supremacist suppressors. Fit the silencer, technology's a weapon. Tunneling vision, channeling tethers. The fakest ever, you know it's all aesthetic. Underneath is hollow as sleepy, the headless snoring. Ignoring apocalypse warning. A cup of fiction, in your brain they're pouring. Mug of facts, and you drips ignoring. Great suppression, supremacist suppressors. Fit the silencer, technology's a weapon. Tunneling vision, channeling tethers. The fakest ever, you know it's all aesthetic. Underneath is hollow as sleepy, the headless snoring. Ignoring apocalypse warning. A cup of fiction, in your brain they're pouring. Mug of facts, and you drips ignoring. Foul play when it's institutional child rape. The sound breaks, kids club, Pizza Hut. Place your order, adrenaline menu. Elite plates, fiend for the chrome. Small portions, meal breaks, lost hope for the exposure. No Coca-Cola, flu came disguised as Corona. Forget names, trafficking Pampers and Homer. Adrenochrome money to satisfy a rich boner. But we ain't talking about that, it's outcast. We were walking around big pricks in a clown mask with tunnel vision. Ignoring the sound blast. Don't you dare speak up, they'll be turning you down fast. Scream as I ascend, yeah I'm turning it up more. Lying in the clouds, that's the meaning of uproar. Establishments are busy haggling prams while the sheep watch false reports of Madeline McCann. Coverage of protests if it suits the narrative. Media blackouts if out of sync with objective. Full disclosures selective. Political smear campaigns stain who you're selecting. Sometimes the lies make more sense than truth. Act out a crisis on the nightly news. Bullshit. Problem, reaction, solution too. The silent watchers, suppression of views. Turn on your box and turn the telly off. Another episode towards the epilogue. My words are potent, let the omnibus slash the pilots and the series stops. Those media hoovers be sucking up the gullible. Open up your eyes before you die, son. We must be out of shape cause we overweight, and by the time we act, it's all too late. The great suppression, supremacist suppressors fit the silencer, technology's a weapon. Tunneling vision, channeling tethers. The fakest ever, you know it's all aesthetic. Underneath is hollow is sleepy, the headless snoring, ignoring apocalypse warning. A cup of fiction in your brain they're pouring. Mug of facts and you drips ignoring. Great suppression, supremacist suppressors fit the silencer, technology's a weapon. Tunneling vision, channeling tethers. The fakest ever, you know it's all aesthetic. Underneath is hollow is sleepy, the headless snoring, ignoring apocalypse warning. A cup of fiction in your brain they're pouring. Mug of facts and you drips ignoring. Shh. Shh. This is the great suppression. Huh. And you've been suppressed. I listened to the sheep and all I heard was stupidity. Feel the preacher speak, felt the humility. Everything's a con, we're locked up and they won't let us out. Sheep and scapegoats, cluck bollock, Dixie chicken sound. Sheep are followers, it's ironic we want more to follow us. Even if it's some, chances are you'll always follow one. A great culling, a bag of sheared humans gone stale. You all get wolf packs like Emmerdale. Stockholm syndrome, we look up to our capturers. They always flatter us and then they flatten us. Police state, sheep face on a freeze frame. Generations of trauma the Truman Show plays. CCTV, cameras in operation for your security controlled by the corporation. Massive ice walls or electric fences. Frozen limits, never spark an exit. How to keep sheep, mass suppression. Who's the shepherd? The snakes, the spots, the lepers. Refuse the reverend. People farms, countries are pens. The borders are gated where humans grow apart and are harvested for cheap labour. Charming flute player, rundown of our Aggie culture. The farming food chain picked on by some gammy vultures. Sheep are humanity, that's us imitating reality. Flock to theme music, barking mad, pending a fallacy. See the sheepdogs, a policeman with his leash off. Murder at the cooler crows, service hate, protect the mob. Plus army units for a special ops. News reports at 10 o'clock, keep us all in check if we wander off. Calling the shepherds, the politicians, celebrities, etc. Their roles in this metaphor is to keep the sheep together. Control the outlook with minimal effort. Make you believe that you don't own a perception. Then there's the farmers, billionaires, royals and armors. The world is their resource, we're a product, they farm us. So who owns the land where we're slaughtered? Megacorps, children of wrath with the blackstone ornaments. How to keep sheep, mass suppression. Who's the shepherd? The snakes, the spots, the lepers. Refuse the reverend. The people farms, countries are pens. The borders are gated where humans grow apart and are harvested for cheap labour. It's all a mind game, experimenting with our level of weak. A test of our subservience and dependence. The grooming of our children, hacking into their dreams. So when the time comes, they walk off the cliff like the rest of the sheep. Become woolly jumpers. I'm a wolf with a sewing kit. Rise for my son, shine on a field of mist. Cream of the crop, nurture the growing pit. Unlock your mind, then I'll show you how to open it. You patients need testing, they're testing my patience. Gullible patrons succumbing to manipulation. Bar, dumb sheep, your voice isn't favoured. Another baby lamb, seasoned for the flavour. Wait on a gate that never opens, and when it does, we forget about trust and follow hopeless. Settle down where we're told to, an offence to jump. The only conclusion, say goodbye to the old you. The rabbit hole, reloaded. Life is a game, and we're all players in this game of life. Have you realized you're playing it? Life is a game, check-in at the airport, we all playing. Lizard elite, or average like Joe or Jane. You don't wanna be a John Doe, you only get one go. When one comes, another one goes. Are you at home in the mix? matrix. Comfortable with your payslips, unaware of what the game is. The day you spawn in the system, there's numbers above where your name is digit. Spark a thought where your brain is digging. Whose idea is the faintest? Quick to cry and raid the tombs. Expose the rotten pages, no difference for your plaintiffs. Making mills of the fake shits. Earth is heaven for a sadist. The saddest thing is, I have to say this, the developers made the mazes. Encrypted pyramid schemes, dangling carrots. Everybody's chasing dreams, hurdle fees, number crunches, digital selections on a virtual screen. Virtually slip further in the game. Reality is literally a virtual dream. Make sure you have a task, take good care of your avatars. Brush your teeth or you'll need root canal like Panama. Musical chairs, no one ever wants to finish last. Take control of your vessel, start waking your unconscious arse. Life is a game, check-in at the airport, we all plain. Lizard elite, or average like Joe or Jane. You don't wanna be a John Doe, you only get one go. When one comes, another one goes. On this map the oxygen is sustenance, it's what we need. Human beings suck the life from trees and poison all the seeds. If we could, we'd steal the green from all the leaves. We're the rotten apple, at the core is where the maggots breed. Did you eat? Do you believe his omnipotency? You can still feel defeat even when your souls are massaged by a rosary. 21 grams over G, recite my passage, lead the blind. I can make the soulless see, so let's see. Eyes wide shut, that's why soulless see. I'm in God mode, but to you, so is he. But seldom seen, does Houdini see there's magic in this RPG? Some sparkle from the marking beast, this Baphomet that marked the priest and passed the creed. New world order plus my RPG and my armor please. Command and conquer, strike a desert, camouflage in army greens. Call of Duty, brainwash soldiers are just bots. Expendable lemmings, receive the order, fight for country, fight for queen. Life is a game, check-in at the airport, we all plain. Lizard elite, or average like Joe or Jane. You don't wanna be a John Doe, you only get one go. When one comes, another one goes. Dodgy fingerprints from a pedo prince. I watched an interview and drew my own conclusions. They can't let Jeffrey, that's why they killed Epstein. Hangman, those letters in that book hold the answers. Unlock the code of cheats and look. We're just collateral in this sick game. Rich crooks rob justice and then they cop out to a civil case. Our world needs new servers and a switch up in the role play. Abandoned by the mother, all of us arcade. It's not those typical amusements in this fruit machine. Mental cases, higher computing to crash the human seed. Hunting down the respawn for an everlasting life of greed. Know your place in this game, you're nothing but an NPC. Only get played by a controller with bad vibrations on a power trip. Cut out the lights and see how dark it gets. Take me to your leaders, I'll show you who the master is. I already clocked your game, now I play to master it. Life is a game, check-in at the airport, we all plain. Lizard elite, or average like Joe or Jane. You don't wanna be a John Doe, you only get one go. When one comes, another one goes.
You will all die, you will all die. In the golden tetrahedron, die. The shiny triangle of Satan, died.
Blood type, RH, energy is negative. Complex reptilian, awaken from your sedative. They're watching from the golden tetrahedron where the devil sits. Evil always seeks immortal, humans are prerequisites. Pyramid shapes, secret handshakes, make the mandates. No peace signs, just war planes. Pedophiles ordained, it's a numbers game. 33 degrees of shame, 3, 6 and 9's a key. Skulls, bones and Geronimo brain, eyes are patchy. Remove the blinkers, spot the winkers capping. Christ anti, darkest nimbus oversees the mapping. The grove bohemian, a fortress made in Babel, brought down some towers, clocking from Citadel. Blood type, RH, energy is negative. Complex reptilian, awaken from your sedative. They're watching from the golden tetrahedron where the devil sits. Evil always seeks immortal, humans are prerequisites. Feasted on the kings of Egypt, smooth the armor chink, searching Pharaoh's power source. Bandits took the nose of Sphinx, adrenaline salad. The meat eaters toss a kid, it's hellman's undressing. If it goes off, pop the lid. Apocalypse, horse race, on earth tracks, foreplay, reaching the climax. Dugouts at third base, underground railways, a hollow world of heartache. Traffic in the mayonnaise, running up a scarred train. Stone circles, let's rock the megalith. Guide stones of destiny, pieces shatter fragmented history. Meteoric rise of the gods, biblical impact. Fantasy designed for the flock, give your sins back. Blood type, RH, energy is negative. Complex reptilian, awaken from your sedative. They're watching from the golden tetrahedron where the devil sits. Evil always seeks immortal, humans are prerequisites. Broken borders, broken breeding order out of chaos. Sheep hacked on the Bible, while the devil plays God. The naked truth's a rude awakening, the lies are paper thin. Sleeping on the facts, get out the fucking bed they made you in. Universal green screen, holographic dream beams. Poisonous enzymes, laundering our clean genes. Cryogenic ETs, shove them in a deep freeze. Elite freaks got big cheese, plague beaks so we see. Secrets of Tartaria, fabricated fabric cages. They weren't dark, just advanced civilizations. Sick witches and mad mages. Wizard hats and broomsticks made this melting pot from a cauldron full of flavors, classified in secret pages. Approach the monolith, draw a circle round the pentagram, summon apocalypse, unlocking glyphs aloft the obelisk, Pandora's box of gifts. Play the labyrinth, traverse the wormhole, feel the aura shift. Devilish baby showers, Hollywood Hills, after hours, iron fist and crusted flowers, field of corn, call of crows, children lost amongst the flowers, window shut for bunch of cowards, carnivores, scorn below, Zion missed across the prowler. Don't shoot the world's messenger, narrator is a courier, deliver spoken messages and laugh at your historians. Landmass, northbound, a myth of Hyperborean, giant beanstalks and legends of Lemuria. Blood type, RH, energy is negative, complex reptilian, awaken from your sedative. They're watching from the golden tetrahedron where the devil sits. Evil always seeks immortal, humans are prerequisites. You will all die, you will all die in the golden tetrahedron. Die, the shiny triangle of Satan. Die. Dummies. It's car crash shit. Yeah. Pain. Yeah, they'll say I'm mad after this album. All genius is though. It's hard not to be mad in a sick world, isn't it? And if you think I'm out there in this world we live in, then you need to get out there. Cause you're missing the madness. But you see it, don't you? You see it. It's just hard to say it. In case they call you man. Yo, listen. Dummies to our puppet masters. These ventriloquists don't talk for us. Before the world got sick, it was already nauseous. Soul reavers, esteemed camps keep us locked down. We're behind the door, the other side waits Pistorius. Another royal fuck up, this parade is never glorious. You don't wanna see when I get deep in my Nautilus. We could submarines change the game for our sons and daughters. Army with the strength to believe in water's borders. And a need not to wait for a man who walks on water. All that spit is humanity under New Earth's order. If the winners write history, let's defeat the authors. Revamp our script, make the world worth applauding. This ain't a stage I wanna clap for. They don't know real pain, it's part of the play, and they just act. Practice is the prototype, a mock-up of the crisis. Humans become motorized, focused on the hybrids.
We're in what's called a mass formation psychosis. First, there must be a period of prolonged isolation, lockdowns. Number two, there must be a withdrawal of things taken away from people that they used to enjoy. That's happened. Number three, there must be constant, incessant, free-floating anxiety. All this news cycle, all the deaths and the hospitalization.
Wave white flags at red flags, flapping in the wind. More or less freedom of movement every time we win war. Big brother stole the cookies and watches us fight amongst ourselves. The bullies own the playground and there's no teachers to tell. Banging on the wall as they're tapping your cells. Slick with this barrel, I dig out the world. Slicks in their barrels, they dug out the world. The conflict of hate made a pipeline of pearls. Stolen artifacts, ignore the hardy facts. Every root where the berries trapped, then we would have made the Barbies black. Can you understand? Karen's jeans are a plastic app. Supersize me could be traded on an empty pack. Fatter pockets, big wig on a daddy's brat. City cats hogging fixed rigs. Dodger happy slaps, servants to our servers. Where's the fucking lackeys at? It's hard to make big cheese when you're just an alley cat. Or sheep. Alley sheep. Get mad or stay dumb. Die quiet or wake up. Wake up. Crash like Bandicoot. Or ascend like a disc tune. Dummies.
And the last thing, number four, the capper. The capper is there must be a single solution offered by an entity in authority. And in this case is clear. Worldwide, the solution was vaccination. Everybody must take the vaccination.
This is a box. Life is a box. Many different boxes. Pardon me for being facetious. You're born out of box, your mother's. grow, get presents. Loads of boxes. You figure out what you like or don't like out of the available options in your box. Then you stick to your choices and keep yourself in a box. Comfort zones box you in. Emotions and feelings are kept boxed up. Some people are scared to talk about the box they're in. Some people give up feeling there's no boxes to get, but some fight on and box again. Your beliefs, class, colour, many things help decide what box others may place you in. There's always a box. Our mind's a prisoner to the box. Learn to live outside the box and learn to forgive outside the box. Because when the time comes, and it comes before you know it, you'll end up back in the box. The rabbit hole, reloaded. Yo, mic check 1 2. Bunny style 2. Yeah. Going ham, I eat burgers. Once it's done, no returners. Delete snakes, never retreats. Greet the reaper, he's thirsty. Beat burster, pop brain, sweet surgeon, high octane. Perfect performance, rock bodies and shake organs. Mighty morphin, power range swarming. Cut through the corning, put back the wires. Strong connection, I'm recording. Employ a form more raw than war-torn crude oil. My source, the law hits, ignore the porky. Stay wealthy at my poorest. Flows formless, yet flawless. I'm Bruce Lee's tortoise. Shell hairs, kings, queens, and supreme auras. Set by Horus, put me on anything, won't catch up with my sources. Stone slabs the rawest, colder than the mortgage. Whack rappers preach self-glory and dead weight stories. You score a hat trick, I beat you fuckers for free. I don't give a fuck about royal corgis. Conscious raw piece, let the bunny play the field. Pick some corn wheat. Death to the devil, but I've never heard the Lord speak. A born freak, blow the horn bleak. Remove the ball from the shit creek. Melting pots where the orcs meet. Injection of morphines, there's fluoride in the chlorine. Stir minions through laced opinions. Fuck nonce rappers that chase infants. Slay cringers that sympathize with the same figures. Paint a face crimson, mace the eyes of a grave digger. Souls lost to the game ringers, slaves to the same systems. In debt to hate bringers, project for sheep to trace elite. Pray we stay sinners, pray we bound by big business. Loud whispers, silent killers, screams of rape victims. Truth spillers, political figures, high flyers, monopoly tickers. Movie stars, kiddie fiddlers, school dinners. Private bed at the same villas, best believe it gets sicker. Stacking bodies, serial chiller. Authorities the real killer, cycle continue, breed skriller. Sick money, the greed's iller. Serpent pillar, snake charm liver. Poison arrows from a curse quiver. Smoggy river, rigor mortis, more this rigor. Truth teller, forever trapped within the booth. Throw sticks, my bricks, sever your flutes. You make theme tunes, I apply method. Tis betraying cadavers, how will you spot the leopard? Dusty hook sandy, school floors checkered. End the life of Adam, plant war weapons. Reports of more than one assailant hanging at the entrance. Political assassinations, false flag pretenders. Washington snipers, and 11th of September. Chickens, pigs and bats, bohemian members. More fake news than I care to remember. Bunny style 2.
The Hunger Games Society is designed, if you think of a pyramid, to have a tiny few at the top. We call them the 1% today. And at the bottom, the rest of humanity, basically, in dependency, in deprivation, in poverty, and crucially, again, the word
They supply our constant hunger for a needless sustenance. Then they turn us on each other, fuck the needy. We're good customers, packaged for the greedy and sold to the gluttonous. Careful what you're eating, the microbits are ravenous. The poison slop is hazardous, our food is antibody. Dinner plates are cancerous, none immune to the copy. The swine is peppered, and the chickens don't cluck cocky. No wonder the cows are mad, they've had more jabs than Rocky. Be sure to eat your greens, grab veg with some fertilizer. GM cabbage and a leek as well as apple apples and some fiber. The side effects are free. Crunch on the granite. May enjoy a midnight feast. Sleep tight with a nanite. Kids starve around the world to fill the pockets tighter. First sight of an empty shelf, we get as hungry as a fighter. Those little empty bellies hold more stomach than you biters. You couldn't walk a well or survive with a bucket lighter. So what you hungry for? So what the rich men's games make you hungry more? Will you live behind a fence or under floors? Will you stand and protest or succumb to laws? Will you fucking fight or what? So what you hungry for? So what they took your rights again as they dug in a fork. Again, you eat whatever's left while you're praying for more. And when dinner time comes, maybe then you'll remember the poor. Will you remember? Robbery acts create the poverty gap. They launching dicks into space and watching Red Bulls flap. With pockets bigger than Nazis telling you to give back. And you can sponsor a child for this novelty act. That limitless cash flow rises the cost of our living. Billionaire playboys with millionaire gimmicks. War, famine, hunger, worldwide epidemics. Energy and megabits. Who really benefits? Submit to the megacorps, the corporate tap. The sink that drains every resource pours water, man. On the scale of what's needed, what's water, man? A plug for our life force and a base in the bank? Genius logics, Venus projects. Leaders office, the dirty wallets are cleaning pockets. Beg, steal and borrow, the interest rockets. Count down your investment and blast off your deposits. So what you hungry for? So what the rich men's games make you hungry more? Will you live behind a fence or under floors? Will you stand and protest or succumb to laws? Will you fucking fight or what? So what you hungry for? So what they took your rights again as they dug in a fork. Again, you eat whatever's left while you're praying for more. And when dinner time comes, maybe then you'll remember the poor. The consumer's not king, they're peasants to consumerism. Slaves to the machine, small cogs in the mechanism. Pyramid scheme, big cost of capitalism. Russian doll, hidden boss, three-sided prism. Power over purchases, bow down to your purchasing. Evil reaps nourishment, nature needs nurturing. Man takes punishment and gets rich murdering. Agenda 21, let the Hunger Games begin. No Katniss Everdeen, they peter out your green. Lock down your districts, take the children for the feed. The hunt of the self-proclaimed supreme. And there'll be no winners, just rich and poor. No in-between, a tribute-based survival. No offering to the insightful. For life's dependent on the hamster cycle. Institute delightful. Weak minds recycle, people, farms and titles. A world reborn. You'll forget they stole your thoughts so you won't dream of a revival.
Dependent upon the 1% for the means of survival. And in between the 1% and the rest of the population in this Hunger Games society, police military state, which imposes the will of the 1% upon the rest of the population.
Now we can talk about spaceships and stories of a hollow earth. How come we're spaceless when we're living in an empty world? Let's flip the pancake, I'll show you how to flatten curves. Swallow shit and you'll only make a stomach curl. Demonic conclaves need a little feng shui. We ain't sitting right, just resources for the short day. Working like dogs, chasing after all the wrong pay. Then they fetch our bones and bury us the wrong way. Use a TV to manipulate and sell a vision. Looking down on us and we look back up with television. If you're unaware there's levels, we will never raise position. Facial recognition, Big Brother took his favorite pictures. Talk cheese and smile for the cameras. The dark forms beasts, illuminated canisters. No release, once they filed we will all be gathered up. A stark warning, strike down the Lannisters. Strike the age of Hellraiser, everybody gets a needlehead. Mark of the beast, the chips growing on you needleheads. Make the skin crawl, itching on the planted tech. Shake down a nervous system, reanimate a nanoflex. Dark tricks, propaganda held up by the barrow men. Stop the axe falls on the lower end. Break our backs for a small piece of our origin. Cover up our faces, adrenochrome's collagen. A roaming turtle inside a bunny aperture. Slaves to liberation in our pursuit of happiness. Chasing freedom, we're still waiting for the son of Nazareth. In a shopping aisle, scoring points on our carriers. It's cheaper for the grub if you're carrying the club card. Just fill out the form and tell us everything you rush past. Slowly killing cash, eat an oyster for your bus pass. Everything gets easier if all you do is touch fast. Problem is the dumb arms get needier to quick tasks. Reliant on a search bar, you never have to think hard. Appliances, devices, making sure the Sims barred. The industry entices, mirror neurons make us click blast. Look up from that phone, the world's bigger than your SIM cards. Neuro links to synapse, no need to keep the SIM charged. Uplink the mind app, integration with the mother charge. It makes sense. Why not have the implants? The age of Hellraiser, everybody gets a needlehead. Mark of the beast, the chips growing on you needleheads. Make the skin crawl, itching on the planted tech. Shake down a nervous system, reanimate a nanoflex. Dark tricks, propaganda held up by the barrel men. Stop the axe falls on the lower end. Break our backs for a small piece of our origin. Cover up our faces, adrenochrome's collagen. A reset build, constructing after years of planning. Ring up the tills, we're the product in line for scanning. They won't let us passwords. Check out our talking over tapping. There's no cash here, just stock takers rebranding. Up market cap, expensive lies in central banking. You know the interest is negative towards our standing. Numbers on a screen only cloud your understanding. They're richer than your dreams, the human brain's all that's crashing. Digital age, where men become robots for repetition. Microwave your microchips, make you fry nice and crispy. Mashing up your plate, brain rinsing, it's a recondition. Let me grab my cane and beat you children till you listen. RFID passport, take us to dystopia. Destruction of our Greenland, migrate to Nova Scotia. This propaganda's false utopia, no function for a free man. The lies are great in this tech cornucopia. The age of Hellraiser, everybody gets a needlehead. Mark of the beast, the chips growing on you needleheads. Make the skin crawl, itching on the planted tech. Shake down a nervous system, reanimate a nanoflex. Dark tricks, propaganda held up by the barrel men. Stop the axe falls on the lower end. Break our backs for a small piece of our origin. Cover up our faces, adrenochrome's collagen. Microscopic robotics, pro foods, antibiotics, scientific subatomic. It's nano-modded, monitored, control consumers, millennials, boomers, OAPs on mobility scooters, social computers addicted to Google. Lost in the Amazon, order a deathbed. The pandemic helped make you even more of a tech head. But the tech's advanced and the users are primitive, intermittent reinforcements. Work around your fix for clicks. The real target's the young mind, the future of the grand design. Feed their live wires, keep them following the meta shrine. Accept the dial, sing a poem for a dead soul. Hack the software of life, do cyborgs have rights? Data cells, and you'll pay with your privacy. Your cells are data and they share your info privately. The age of information is a fact checker's diary, so keeping up to date only flags up more irony. The age of Hellraiser, everybody gets a needlehead. Mark of the beast, the chips growing on you needleheads. Make the skin crawl, itching on the planted tech. Shake down a nervous system, reanimate a nanoflex. Dark tricks, propaganda held up by the barrel men. Stop the axe falls on the lower end. Break our backs for a small piece of our origin. Cover up our faces, adrenochrome's collagen. Let's shut this shit down. One must meditate to reach that higher place. Mortified at what's immortalized. If he is high, then how the fuck do we look through immortalized? I've bled too much pain, I've been traumatized. I've seen so much pain, I've got trauma eyes. Structured Caucasian, blacklisted roots, missing formation. The misinformation has you misinformation. I sort through the grit on the land we're grazing. My papers are made to sand down the abrasion. Have you heard the predictions from the mystical Dr. Creep? I don't do premonitions, but 2023 the gates of hell will open for the year of the beast. And you can mark my words down, but I've already seen. Different gods, same devil. Spirits lost, tame metal. Balls off plane level. Third rock, space rebel. Ripple crop, aim pebble. Penny drop, brain settle. Many stop, change pedal. Steer off, axe all peril. Every genre has its chocolate factory. Make your choice and chase the golden ticket. Dream of a selection box. Only problem is Willy Wonka's rigged it, chipped it. We only feed the monster in our pursuit of a perfect image. The eyes of all beholders deceive their conscious instincts. Thought police arrest old beliefs. These ancient plans precinct. We can change our destinies if we start believing. Take the cuffs off, man. It's time to stop your spirit bleeding. We lost the magic of our ancestors to the modern adage. Irreparable damage to the tree we savaged. We stay above board with our phones and our habits, but the circle of life is still below average. Meditate through your temples. Your body is a palace, and you've been made to forget your own rite of passage. Mass is just a vessel, more of a package. We can traverse another level, but we're astrally challenged. Organized chaos, beautiful neurotic. The mind's a doorway that transcends the atomic. Confused logic, so far out there, think cosmic, no topic, an unstoppable rocket. We pay homage to stained pockets, late prophets who made comics that claimed bollocks, changed honest, drained knowledge, closed lids, snake tonic, pains wrench, clicks, open sockets. Every genre has its chocolate factory, make your choice and chase the golden ticket. Dream of a selection box, only problem is Willy Wonka's rigged it, chipped it. We only feed the monster in our pursuit of a perfect image. The eyes of all beholders deceive their conscious instincts. Thought police arrest old beliefs, these ancient plans precinct. We can change our destinies if we start believing. Take the cuffs off, man, it's time to stop your spirit bleeding. Eclipsed in your living rooms, ignore the shadow of Nibiru, a lunatic reflection of a mirror moon. Universal union is hindered by the gorilla tune. Chimps off the block, evolution sings for river food. We're fish out of water, stuck in the net, at the end of a line, waited for death, swallowing bait. The cast is a threat, but we still get hooked on whatever gets said. Whatever, let me put you on the path aligned to your spirit hymn. We're losing all trace, tracking false lineage, all secrets of our synergies, desynchronized abilities, simulated service severed our assemblies. Only spiritual ascension will stop the souls descending. Mother Gay is just a doorway, there's hallways and exit. Ramp up the effort and escape your bed sits. Keep a conscious awareness for an unconscious ending. Can you hear it? Yeah. It's coming. Send game or revolution.
I'm not talking nice, fuck elocution. I speak the truth that we're eluding. I don't mean no confusion. It's end game or revolution. The last days of a human get played by a computer. Bow down or execution. It's end game or revolution.
Welcome to dystopia. It's the end game ammonia. Is it an asteroid you was hoping for? There's more chance of a civil war. The eerie echo of a Berlin Wall. The system crumbled, we ignored the call. The world's burning, a blazing bull. Red flag to a raging bull. Play the harp, let the tidal pull. Electric waves, supersonic. The ground quakes, shakes tectonic. The earth's crust becomes displaced. Mass floods, then the drought came. Tornadoes and hurricanes. Battered houses and twisted plains. Mud and blood, volcanic ash. The floor is lava, rest in flames. Pressures mounting on the precious mountain. Magnetic resonance, it starts surrounding. Alien invasion of wisdom fountain. More UFOs, Pentagon announcing. Look up at the stars, the truth's astounding. Do they come in peace or to attack the township? They breach the firmament and smash the housing. Drop the ocean, fishbowl, we drowning. The truth is out there, maybe that's just out there. What about death by wild bear? Pestilence, the virus gets spread. The blackest plague, no one gets spared. I could talk the plane, but it goes overhead. Chemical stains, nuclear wrecks. Meltdown reactors, Fukushima breath. Poison grain, it's no natural hex. I'm not talking nice, fuck elocution. I speak the truth that we're eluding. I don't mean no confusion. It's end game or revolution. The last days of a human. The last days get played by a computer. Bow down or execution. It's end game or revolution. If we're really living in the matrix, then every fiber of our being simulated. Whoever made the construct's God cause he saves us. He could cut the power on the whole simulation. Mad theory or hologram Satan. Barren wasteland and wannabe spaceman. Natural disasters common as payment. 1% wipes out the layman. You will comply or you will die. The fascist state globally trialed. Make your way to the people farms. FEMA camps, bring a gas mask. No independence, become dependent. Genes get patented to corporations. Reshuffled helix, Mr. NA. Homo sapiens, not applicable. Evolution's not the same. Head up market for the downgrade. It's AI, symbiosis with the human brain. Superhuman transhumanism. Artificial subhuman frame. Control perceptions will align with the game. There'll be no rights or wrong, just made to serve purpose. Nothing but a resource for men behind curtains. Genetically engineered, no burden. The death of consciousness. No learning and that's for the lucky few. Just a few. The rest, fossil fuel. Get ready for the burning. Malicious greed will kill our breeds. The reptile bloodlines and rise of machines. I read something recently and ain't this the truth? We are the carbon they want to reduce. I'm not talking nice, fuck elocution. I speak the truth that we're eluding. I don't mean no confusion. It's end game or revolution. The last days of a human. The last days get played by a computer. Bow down or execution. It's
It's endgame or revolution. A new world, you're under order. Enter the metaverse, virtual slaughter. Zuckerberg's mass hypnosis, body mass dormant, cyber skeletons, avatar orphans. Bite the Bitcoin, trade your organs, prepare your crypto. Rest in orbit, embrace the currency. The wave's enormous when it crashes down. Drown in deep waters. The world's a cinema, we're all projections. In the chair with no direction. Watch the screenplay, record the actions. We're past the middle part, call the ambulance. Sick horror flick with the main attraction. Your final destination is already sanctioned. Death won't forget, he knows where you're going. Where you'll grab your popcorn, the end's now showing. It's never funny if you're splitting sides. They take our heads and they get inside. Make us turn against social suicide. The first step is always to divide. This ain't the worship, but the end's in sight. Glued to a vision so you're stuck in your mind. I brought the x-ray, just open up eyes. Learn how to listen and you won't be surprised. If I call for revolution, you would call it insight. But if you saw what's coming, you would see that I'm right. Dark's encumbering, eats at the light. Soul shard slumbering, weak descends a light. Is there a beacon of hope or a castle in the sky? No faith in pyramids, the all-seeing high. Smudge any black mirrors, taking minutes off our shine. Dust off your guts before we vanish in time. I'm not talking nice, fuck elocution. I speak the truth that we're eluding. I don't mean no confusion. I don't mean no end game or revolution. The last days of a human. The last days get played by a computer. Bow down or execution. It's end game or revolution. If you were hoping for some magnificent ending to the dogma, we're limbo too, like a comet's asteroids, you know, Armageddon, badly controlled weather. We'll be killed by the powers that be, who stole the power from you and me. Now you can have the nicest sports car. If the person driving it has no respect for the road whilst driving, chances are it'll crash. And if you have no decent mechanics, it will be unable to be fixed. We have a system created and controlled by psychopaths intent on our destruction or rule over through its politicians, corporations, institutions, laws, legislations, wars and terrorism. The list goes on. The perpetual car crash for strapped-in dummies. Choice is death or servitude, whether virtual or physical. We really are in our own rabbit hole, and you don't have to dig deep these days to find the Mad Hatter's table. Although you're not invited to the tea party. Everyone's aware it's taking place, but now everything's a hoax, a conspiracy theory. It's just a conspiracy. It's endgame or revolution. And now they're ready to heal the earth, so they can live in a refurbished paradise with the only surviving normal humans mere slaves to their gluttony. Earth's drivers and mechanics are not suitable. It's endgame or revolution. The rabbit hole, reloaded.